Good evening once again. My name is Siddik Salis, an engineer by profession, and currently reading another degree in human resource and psychology at the University of Ghana, or in the University of Ghana, and from the distance education wing. Today's date is 13th night of December 2020. And this meeting is conference with Siddik Salis is to address certain issues that we've already mentioned on the pages. Without wasting of much time, I'll go straight to the points that we'll be talking about tonight. After my submission, I will then entertain some questions from you guys regarding anything at all you like to talk about. I will be glad to address it for you guys. If I can't, I will then bring in or allow the one who is to address that, meaning I'm not capable of answering everything, maybe, but I will then redirect it to the SRC president. He will be here very soon. Our current SRC president, His Excellency Alexin Quay. Okay, sorry guys. So I'll redirect it to His Excellency Alexin Quayson, so that he will address it for us. So these are some of the questions I've received so far, and these are the questions we'll be addressing. Without wasting of much time, let me go straight to number one. I believe we also have a degree, diploma student here, and I'll come to this very soon. So number one, as a degree student, which course is best for me if I want to read law after my first degree? Anyways, this question has been in the minds of many students, and most of them used to ask, or most of us used to ask this question, that if you want to read law, which course should you do? Now, the answer is the answer comes with a question, which kind of law? Yeah, the diploma students, I've seen you guys, so yours will be the second one, I think. If you want to read law, which aspect of law would you like to read? Remember, we have constitutional law, we have civil law, we have business law, and a whole lot of distinguished faculties within the faculty of law, or disciplines within the law itself. So depending on the kind of law or the aspect of law you want to read, is it constitutional, is it civil, is it business law? Which type of law would you like to read? So depending on the aspect of law, so let me jump into this. For example, you want to read something like constitutional law. If you want to read constitutional law, it would be more advisable to read a course like public administration. Okay, a course like public administration. In reading constitutional law, it will be easy for you or you have more chances of becoming a judge one day, to become a judge. It's easy for you to become a judge one day. Why? Because during the process of reading public administration, you will have the chance to read constitutional law itself, whether diploma or degree. Degree, they have public administration. The same applies to diploma. Diploma has it, degree has it. And you will have that opportunity to read constitutional law. Moreover, you have the opportunity to also read business laws. Business law. I mean, here when you say business law, I mean commercial law. You read commercial law in level 200. You read labor law in level 300. And then if you are reading public administration, and then in level 300, you read constitutional law. So level 200, you read labor, how do you call it? Sorry, level 200, you read first semester, and second semester, you read commercial law, commercial law. And then level 300, you read constitutional law. But let's say you are reading human resource management, and let's say with psychology. If you are reading human resource management, you also read law. But here you don't read constitutional law. You read the business laws. You'll be reading business laws. If you are doing degree and you are doing, you are being offered human resource management, okay? Or you are reading accounting, okay? That's a Bachelor of Arts in Accounting. You have the opportunity to read the business laws. So you read commercial law, you read labor law in level 300, labor law 1 and 2, commercial law 1 and 2. By level 300, you're done with these laws. And then you read company law in level 400. So you see, here you have the opportunity, that's human resource. You have the opportunity to read these laws. Okay, so if you want to read, if you want to go to that aspect of law reading, okay, sure. I'm referring to those asking questions here. If you want to read law and you want to go into those aspects, that is the business law and those kind of things, and you want to have a prior idea before getting to read your LLB, that is the law itself, then you continue with your Mokola thing. Then it will be advisable for you to read courses like human resource management, public administration, accounting, and those kind of stuff. Anywhere you are in the business administration, anywhere, anything that falls under the business administration, you have the opportunity to read these laws. What do I mean by business administration? In the University of Ghana, we have UGBS, full meaning University of Ghana Business School. University of Ghana Business School. So it deals with the business administration courses. When we say business administration courses here, we are referring to the accounting, the marketing, the human resource management, the public administration, the public health, and all this kind of administration. It's under the University of Ghana Business School. You will have the opportunity to read law before even reading LLB. But if you are not too good, if you don't like anything that concerns maths or discipline, then sorry for you. I don't know how you read law if you don't. You know that some people, they don't like anything that concerns discipline. We have some people like that. Anything at all concerning discipline, they don't like. I mean, economics. Economics have to do with discipline because it's mathematics. Accounting the same. And if you're under the business school, if you're under UGBS, you definitely read these courses. You read business admin, public admin, you read accounting, economics. See, accounting, economics. So far as you are reading a course that has to do with business admin, I mean, human resource, accounting, public administration, and those kind of things, you will definitely read accounting and economics for 1 year. You do the accounting side, you do full accounting, full financial accounting, 1 and 2, you do all for 1 year. And after that, you are done with it. you are done with it. So you see, you have the opportunity to read law if you are reading, if you're under University of Ghana Business School. You don't have the opportunity to read this kind of laws if you are reading, let's say, psychology alone, let's say psychology with information or sociology, or you are reading political science with information or sociology. You will not get the opportunity to read, have the feel of law, these laws I talk about, till you finish, and then you get a good GPA, and then you get to read your LLB, that is the law itself. And when I talk of GPA, we'll talk about it later. Next, so some people advise that if you want to read law, read political science or sociology or psychology. Trust me, it's true, but not absolutely true. Like not in all cases. Not in all cases. Because like I've explained, if you have to read these courses, you'll not be able to have a feel of law. However, law in itself, if you get to the school, you do all the things that is needed. If you get to the law school, you do all the things that is necessary. But for you to have a feel before reading it, these are the courses I've mentioned. Now, for you to have an open mind in academics itself, in academics and human institutions, then yes, you can read something like political science and sociology. Because the myth has been that if you want to read law, you have to read political science. It's a myth, okay? It's a misinformation. It's not always the case. That is not always the case. That you have to read political science or sociology, especially they say political science. No, but if you want to learn about human institutions, yes, of course, if you are going to read law, you need to have the background of human institutions. Which, this is the advantage. If you are reading public administration, in reading, how do you call it? A program like Bachelor of Arts, you don't do one course. You don't do like, I'm doing public administration, then that's it. You have to combine it with a course. So you can combine your public administration with, how do you call it? Sociology, and you are good to go. Okay, your public administration with sociology, and then you are good to go. For those of you who are done with your registration, you will find out that you registered for 3 combinations. I'm talking to degree applicants. 3 combinations. It's either public administration, sociology, and information studies, or human resource psychology and information studies. Or like there are 3, and then after level 100, you drop 1. I hope you are getting the information. After level 100, you drop 1, so it will be left with 2. So you'll be going with 2. Why? Because you are reading Bachelor of Arts, so you have the opportunity to read 2 courses on your degree. So it will be showing that you read human resource and psychology or public admin with sociology. Okay, so you definitely have the opportunity to read human institutions too, as well as you are reading your public administration or human resource. However, like I said, reading political science gives you a fair idea of human institutions and formulation of policies and all that. So yes, it will open your mind with a lot of grammar, I mean English, to scare people with and all that. So it's nice. It opens your eyes in human institutions. Same applies to sociology. Sociology, they say that is the mother of all social sciences. So reading social sciences such as the the sociology, the psychology, the political science, yes, very, very good if you want to read law. So it means anything can go with these courses. Political science, sociology, psychology, they can all go. Because imagine you are a psychologist, you know the relationship between the mind and the body. And then you are a lawyer too. Then you read law too. You see, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. You're going to be like very substantive. You understand? So yes, of course, that is a good step. But like I said, if you want to have a fair idea of like reading law to and all that, the business laws are there and under the business school. So we are done with this. If you have any other question, when I open the floor, you can put it in, or you can put it forward for us to address it. Number 2 is, why should I accept the diploma admission offer? Some people are doubting, should I accept the diploma offer? And what are the courses under the diploma program? Now, the courses are accounting, public administration, librarianship, accounting, public administration, librarianship, and adult education. And you are to choose one. You are to choose one. Okay? But let me talk of why you should accept the offer first. Why you should accept the diploma first. I'll quickly do this, then we move on. Now, getting the opportunity to read diploma before degree is something that only few people will understand. It gives you the opportunity. One of the benefits is that it gives you the opportunity to make mistakes and correct them. What do I mean? I wish I can show you this right now. Some of my colleagues who are now in level 300 have to drop out of school, or the school have to cut them off. Why? Because they've committed some mistakes. And since it's straight away degree, they can't correct it. We have what we call GPA, grade point access, which is used to grade the student into first class, second class, and third class. In the University of Ghana, we have first class honor, second class upper, second class lower, third class, and it goes down like that. And then we have the fail, or where you get to and then it's fail, like you won't graduate. And it starts from, the highest is 4.0. If you are to have 4.0, then that you are a genius. Okay, so first class range between 3.6 to 4.0. Below 3.6 to 3.0 is second class upper. Okay, so that's how it goes. When you are going down, it means your class is falling. When it's falling, your class is falling. Some people have fallen to the level of 0.07. Some people 0.75. Some people have really fallen. Okay, and with this, because it's your degree straight away, you can't correct. You can't correct to become a first class student, no matter what you do. If you're in level 300 and your GPA is around 0 point something or 1 point something, you can never correct it. You can never correct it to become a first class honor student or a second class upper honor student, second class upper student. You can never. There's nothing you can do, no matter how you wake up. Okay. But here is my friend. We call him Ablozokora in our area. He had opportunity to read diploma first. Your friend is saying, Accra Poly, and he got third class. He read accounting, and he got third class, but that's not his degree. And he was able to learn his mistakes. If you're not in a university community, you will not be able to get some of the things. But he had opportunity to be in the tertiary, and then he saw the mistakes, and then he got third class. And third class is somewhere 1 point something. I think 1.6 there, about 1.9, those kind of ranges. He had third class, but because he was able to learn his mistakes, what happened? What happened was that he was able to continue at UCC, and then since he has learned the mistakes, he corrected them, and then he graduated with first class honor. First class. You see? So that is the benefit. The reason why you should accept it now is that ask yourself that if I'm not accepting this offer now, if you accept the offer, if you accept the diploma offer, you're going to spend 2 years under the diploma program and 3 years under the degree program, making 5 years. Someone who got the degree straight away will spend 4 years. You are going to spend 5 years. You think it's 5 years too much, Charlie? Anyways, like I said, the 4 years man will not be able to correct his mistakes. You will be able to correct your mistakes within 2 years, and then you get a new program to read, and then you can correct them. Secondly, ask yourself, if you say you're not going to offer because the course actually you want to read is not there. So therefore, you are going to wait for 1 year. Take off 1 year. You say you're going to wait for 1 year. Okay, you wait for the 1 year. And that is if you write the exams again and pass, the 1 year is gone. You are going to spend 4 years in degree. Add it to the 1 year you sat home. How many years? Still 5 years. And then assume, may God forbid, assume you're not going to even get it. You're not going to even, you wrote it again and you fail again. Add it. How many years? 6 years. And you wrote and fail again. Then you see that the one who accepted the diploma offer will graduate from the diploma and then continue with degree, and they'll finish and they can't meet you home. You are still applying. So whether you accept it now or you pass next year, it's still going to be 5 years. And like I said, you will not be able to correct the mistakes. I hope you understand. Now, those of my friends who got the diploma program, they have graduated and they are gone. Some of them have come back to read their degree. Okay, they are done. Those of them who committed mistakes and they got 3rd class, they have the opportunity to do a degree now to get a 1st class because they have learned a lot. And sometimes the things you learn there will be, in most cases, you will be reading the same things at the degree level, whereby you have learned a lot of mistakes. This I hope you understand. So therefore, you have to, and you should, I advise that you should accept the diploma offer now. And you have more opportunity than the one reading straight away degree. Someone will ask, Siddik, did you do diploma before doing your degree? The answer is yes. I did diploma in computer engineering, that is system administration. And then I continued with a degree in mechanical engineering. And now I'm reading psychology and human resource management. So we are done with number 2. Like I said, if you have a question, you write it down and then we will address it later. Number 3 is, I want to become a psychologist. How do I become a psychologist? To become a psychologist, I always tell people, you should prepare your mind that you are a level-headed person. You are someone who is level-headed. Okay, someone who is ready to study and not someone who is just looking for a degree to better his job or to get a promotion. You know, we have some people like that. For them, they just want a degree to get a better job. Psychology, a course like psychology, is for people who are ready to learn, because they are the people, you see, we are living with behaviors. We are living with 2 things, our minds and our bodies. When I say body, I mean the brain and even the tissues, okay? We are living with everyone, the doctor, the lawyer, the carpenter, the mason, everyone. We are all living with 2 things, and these things makes up our behavior. We all put on behavior. Right now I'm talking, you are listening. They are all behaviors, covert and overt behavior. Like everyone is in behavior. And the psychologists are those that shape the minds and the behaviors of the world, of this human institution. When you are at work, the psychologist there, which is the industrial psychologist, is the one who is to shape, okay, this place is supposed to look like it. When we do this, when we shape the mind like this, when you do this, we are going to have this kind of production. Like they are the people who actually move the mind with the body. And this kind of studies have to deal with a lot of backgrounds, different backgrounds, have to do with biology, chemistry, and have to do with sociology, have to do with even now politics, an emerging field from psychology, political psychology, have to do with industry, the industry, that is business, have to do with statistics, that's a bit of mathematics and all that. So it comes with different backgrounds. I hope you understand. So physics, chemistry, biology, all goes into psychology. So someone who wants to read psychology shouldn't be someone who is just reluctant and not actually level-headed and then just want to make his way past papers and then just move away from school. Like most of us Ghanaians, the way our mentality is, it should be someone who is who is able to be creative, innovative, someone who can think. The person should be someone who can think deeply. So the person should be an intellectual, an open-minded person. It's not a course that you just finish, like you finish level 100 the semesters, you put it as behind you, you move on to the next thing, you put it behind you. No, it's a build up something, and it's for intellectuals. Someone is asking, is that I'll address this when I finish. I'll come to the chat side and I'll address the questions there. Okay, so hold on, please. I will answer that question. So, like I said, you want to be a psychologist, good. Then you have to prepare to sit down, because you are the one who is to shape your home, shape the school, shape the industry, shape the minds of the politicians, shape your community, shape the world and everything, like shaping of behavior. Okay, psychologists are not mind readers. I mean, they don't, like, when we are talking, they are not like, when I look at you, I can tell what you are thinking. No, but rather they study the relationship between behavior and the mind. The scientific study of human behavior and mental processes. And those who will be coming to the University of Ghana to read psychology, those who will be coming to the University of Ghana this year or next year to read psychology, you will come and meet me in the pilot community, and you have the opportunity for me to like heat up your mind. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. So this psychology, if you want to become a psychologist, then you have to prepare your mind. It's not difficult. It's not rocket science. Okay, it's not like we're going to do a lot of calculations and all that. No, but you should be someone who is ready to think, someone who is an intellectual. Okay, it's not for like pass and go. And I don't want to compare it to any course anyway. So we have 2 more questions to go, or 3 more, I think. What are my future chances if I read political science? Anyways, reading of political science, I remember somewhere last 2 years or last year, I met someone on campus, a lady, and she was like complaining that she completed school 3 years ago, 2 years ago, and guys, I think our time will be up in the next 10 minutes, but we'll come back again if we are not able to finish. I think that will be the question session. And this lady was complaining that there's no, like, she has not gotten any job. She's not been employed since after her national service and all that. So I then asked her, please, what course did you read? And she said political science. I said, okay, let me give you this scenario. If you have a company, and we have companies around, okay? If you are to open a company today, you open an office for an accountant, HR, human resource manager, a psychologist, that's industrial psychologist, like a whole lot. But will you open an office for a political scientist? She said no. I said, good. So which company do you want to be employed in? Then she started coming back to her senses. The thing is that if you are ready to read political science, it shouldn't be in the name of employment by a company. You should be someone who is an intellectual as well. You are trying to become a scientist, a political scientist, an analyst, okay, or a diplomat, and that doesn't just come with employment. You are reading political science and you want to be put in an office of an accountant or a human resource manager. Where will you fit in? So you have to be someone who is ready to build up something on his own, and then a company might come for you to, let's say, okay, let's say a political party can come to you, a country can come for you, okay? A country, an institution can come for you for a research work. You become a researcher, okay? You become a researcher. And someone will say, oh, Charlie, this Ghana here, Charlie, be who you know. Any course they read, go and read any course you want. It be who you know. Yes, so if your mind is, I'm going to read political science, prepare that it's who you know. If you want, that you are reading political science, to go and sit in whose office? The accountant, the HR, the psychologist, who? You have to be in the office of political science or research. Okay, so that is if you want to become an intellectual, like Professor Jampo, okay? You've heard of him on the television. He's one of the senior lecturers on campus, okay? A political scientist. If you want to become like him, then fine. You see, for example, he's not working for any, how do you call it, manufacturing company or whatever. He's into research and all that. So that's political science for you. If you are ready to read political science, you should be ready to become an intellectual. But if you know someone and after that they put you in an office of an accountant or human resource manager or something like that, kudos to you, but that's not for political science. Political scientists are also intellectuals, and you must prepare to be such. Last one, what about public administration? My future chances for public administration. Public administration, and we'll have time to talk about, we'll set a different day to talk about what course are you selecting and what it entails, okay? If you are choosing HR, what are the courses entails? What are the package or the baggages it comes with? If you're reading public administration, the same. But if you're reading public administration, like I've mentioned, you have opportunity in lots of companies, and even government companies, or let me say public offices have public administrators at the top. So yes, your chances of being in companies is very high, because as a public administrator, you read accounting, you read economics, you read constitutional law, and you read business administration, you read public administration and all that. So your chances of having being employed in a manufacturing company, in a retail company, whatever company it is, your chances are very high to get employed there. Same applies to the one who is reading HR. Same applies to the one who is reading human resource management. And someone will ask, what is the best course for me? The best course for you is that if you are someone who can do a little bit of mathematics, I will advise a little bit, not like you shouldn't be a guru. You shouldn't be someone who is afraid of mathematics. That's what I mean. If you are not afraid of mathematics, although you are not a genius, you're not a guru in mathematics, then I'll advise you choose something like human resource management, something like accounting, something like that's if you have interest in reading accounting. Choose something like public administration and all that. But if you are not, if you are an enemy, you are like the snake and the child of Adam. That's a link between you and mathematics. Then I ask you to choose a course that has less to do with mathematics, like read something like a combination like sociology, psychology, and information studies, or political science, information studies, and sociology, or how do you call adult education, psychology, and information studies, and leave the business courses alone. Okay, because the business courses comes with those kind of baggages. Although they are not like rocket science, they are not like rocket science. Okay, they are not rocket science. But the thing is, if you don't like it, okay, so if you're good with mathematics, go with the business courses. If you're not too good with mathematics, go with courses that don't have to do with mathematics. Okay, and we'll talk about later. We'll set a date with the SRC, and then schedule a day, and then talk about the courses and what they entails, and the courses you have to choose. Okay, so let me start with the questions. Our time is almost up, and we'll come back again, like I said. Let me start with the questions here in the chat room. Hello from Abdullah. Hi. You didn't say anything actually. Oh, there's something you say. Okay, what's happening? Good. If you're asking me what's up. Yes, we have diploma. We have diploma students here. Okay, so I've addressed your issue. If you have a question, you ask. Please, can we get the recording after the meeting, because some of us, the network is not favorable. Okay, no problem. Is the diploma a degree, an HND certificate? Yes, please. Please, which course will be good for I think you mean someone who wants to do computer science. Okay, maybe you want to read computer science after the first degree. Okay, then you have to make information studies your major course, your main focus as information studies. and you can major in that alone and minor in one course. So you choose information studies and maybe with psychology, or information with sociology, or information with something else. What's my fate if I read adult education? Well, if adult education at the degree level, or let's say diploma level, if it's at the diploma level, you have the opportunity to read any course at all at the degree level. Okay, and you have the chance of being in organizations such as NGOs and all that, and in government offices, a whole lot. Like, you are open to every kind of institution. Okay, why? Because they do sociology, bit of sociology, they do bit of psychology, they do education in itself. They do like they do a lot. They do a lot in under adult education. Okay. What are the job openings for human resource or public admin? I've said that already. I've answered that. So you can rewind the track. That human resource and public administration students, they read accounting, economics, they read law. Okay. So for you, you are open to every kind of field. You are open to any kind of field. Please, how many courses are we to choose? 3. If you are reading Bachelor of Arts, okay, Bachelor of Arts, meaning degree program, then you have to choose 3. If you are reading diploma, you choose 1, and then every semester comes with it package. Please, how many courses are we to? Okay, what if you are good in government? Okay, but let's say you read government in senior high and you want to pursue that. Anyway, government is an art course, and you can go to any field of the arts. Okay, any field of art, sociology, political science, and all that. Okay, especially political science. So you can choose political science if you enjoy those kind of stuff. But anyway, government, if you read government, it gives you the opportunity to move to any art course, social science or whatever, like psychology, like sociology, like political science, and all that. If that's what you enjoy, then don't go into business courses. Please, how can someone become clinical psychologist? Okay, so clinical psychologist, then you have to read psychology. Like I said, you have to be an open-minded person. Bernard and Mohammed,